So, ngayon naman, pumunta na tayo sa ating next topic, which is the types of planning. So, dito sa ating types of planning, nag-prepare kami ng tatlong main types of planning na pwede magamit sa field ng nursing. Pero, padaanan na rin muna natin yung iba pang types ng planning. So, we have number one, business planning. So, this is for businesses like product testing or budget planning. We also have program planning, which is for major internal and external function like hospital anniversary programs. We also have career planning, which is for educational milestone for individuals or groups. We also have performance planning that involves development, implementation, and evaluation for a job description. And lastly, we have disaster planning na aaralin pa lang natin sa disaster nursing na subject natin, and this type of planning is governed by guidelines and protocols. So ngayon naman pumunta na tayo doon sa isa, or rather sa una na main type of planning na pwede magamit sa nursing. So we have number one, the project planning. So this is planning for a project that involves a one-time effort like a community fundraising. So this type of planning is a form of a short-term goal type of plan. And this type of planning has a requirement. So una sa requirement nito is that ma-identify muna yung problem that wants to be addressed. Kasi syempre, hindi naman tayo gagawa ng specific type of plan kung wala namang problem na gusto nating solusyonan. So, the next requirement is to name the project in order to help the members to quickly identify the project. Dapat din natin tandaan na kapag na-name na natin yung project, hindi na to pwedeng palitan. And of course, that is to prevent any confusion dun sa mga project members. So, the next requirement is we need to determine the goal of the project as a guide through the completion of the project. So, we need to set goals and measurable objectives para mag-guide tayo nito through the completion of the project. And always remember the SMART goals, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound. So, next is we need to specify the task for each member. Pero bago natin ma-specify yung task sa bawat member, kailangan muna natin ma-determine yung size ng project team. And after determining the size, pwede natin i-distribute yung mga necessary task. So, the next one is that we need to identify resources needed. So, if possible, we can list different resources na kakailanganin natin dito sa plano na ito. Also, for example, kung kailangan man ng nurse na pumunta sa ibang lugar in order to get data, pwedeng kailangan din na isulat yung mga resources na kakailanganin niya, such as money, food, technical resources, and etc. Next is we need to indicate the timeline for completion to keep all members aware of the progress of the project. Pinaka main problem or common problem kasi sa project planning is the tendency for procrastination. So, merong mga gawain na iniiwan lang ng members, then babalikan lang nila last minute na. So, in order to prevent this from occurring, kailangan meron tayong timeline. So, next requirement is the implementation of the project. Siyempre, we can implement this in the specific or the chosen locale kung saan natin siya gustong i-implement. And last sa mga requirement is we need to evaluate the project. So, this is like the assessment of the project. And kapag ine-evaluate natin yung project, we need to go back to the objectives. We need to ask kung na-accomplish ba natin yung objectives or hindi. Now, paano naman kapag tayo yung leader na project planning na to? So, ano yung mga responsibilities natin? So, una sa responsibilities natin is that we need to clarify the purpose of the project to all members. Second is that we need to identify the roles and responsibilities of each of the members. And lastly, we need to keep members on track. Isa rin sa pinakamahalaga na magawa ng leader, lalo na kapag natapos na yung project plan na ito, project plan, at naging successful ito, is that we need to, as a leader, we need to recognize members for a job well done. So next is the operational planning. So this is used to achieve a short-term organizational objective. So operational planning is a detailed work plan for the upcoming year, and it is like a blueprint by which the objectives of a unit are put into measurable actions. So focusing on what I said na detailed work plan, pag sinabi kasi nating operational planning, i-involve nito yung day-to-day execution ng mga objectives para ma-assist yung mga members na ma-accomplish yung certain organization's mission or certain goal. So, this plan is used to identify the responsibilities and resources needed to accomplish a department or unit priorities in the current year. So, operational planning focuses on sustaining the course of action and ensuring the employee's ability to perform designated task. So, paano naman kapag tayo yung manager nitong operational planning? How can we ensure na yung pino-perform ng employee ay within their ability? So, as a nurse, we can examine different measures na pwede mag-reduce doon sa obstacles na pwedeng ma-face ng members. So, pwede tayong humanap ng different strategies na pwedeng gawin ng members in order to make their work easier para mas mabilis din nila na ma-achieve yung certain goal. Basta, ang tatandaan na natin when we're talking about operational plan is that hindi siya fixed. Itong plan na to ay hindi fixed, but rather operational plan is dynamic. So that means pwedeng mag-change over time yung mga strategies na ginagawa in order to achieve a certain goal. Yan. So a variety of tools can assist managers as they create detailed operational plans. So those can be in the form of Gantt chart, critical path method, or review technique. So, Gantt chart helps the manager plan out the tasks that need to be completed by scheduling times that the task will be carried out and allocating resources. So, matatandaan natin sa ating research, ginawa natin or gumawa tayo ng Gantt chart, and sa Gantt chart natin nakikita natin or napaplot natin kung ano yung ginawa natin dun sa certain month. So, this is very helpful para ma-monitor yung progression ng project, and kung maligaw ka man dun sa project is that you can get back on track kasi nga meron kang makikita or meron kang magagamit para makita yung progression mo. So sa critical path method naman, this consists of a diagram that depicts the activities and the timeline required. So it is like an algorithm. So sa critical path method, meron siyang step-by-step procedure, and dun sa step-by-step procedure na yun, hindi siya pwedeng mag-jump into step 4 without doing the step 2 and step 3 first. Pero dito sa mga steps na to, naka-indicate dito sa bawat steps yung kung ilang araw mo sila gagawin or kung ilang months mo sila gagawin. So, ayun yung nakalagay dito sa critical path method. So last naman sa mga tools na pwede magamit ay yung Program Evaluation Review Technique or PERT. So this calculates the realistic time frame by using the shortest time each activity will take, the most likely length of time, and the shortest time it might take. So, dito sa program evaluation review technique, gumagamit siya ng formula in order to see kung ano nga ba yung pinaka-realistic time frame. So, ayan. So, last sa ating main type of planning sa nursing ay yung strategic planning. So, this is a management tool that helps organizations set long-term goals. So, it assures that the individuals working for the organization work together to accomplish set goals and objectives. So, talking about long-term goals. So, yung strategic plan kasi, usually, it can be drafted for 10 years or more. Pwedeng yung strategic plan na ginawa ay mag-exceed pa sa 10 years. Pero ngayon kasi, since meron tayong tinatawag na employee mobility, or sa madaling salita, mabilis kasing magpalipat-lipat ng trabaho yung mga employees, kasi nga naman, hindi naman pantay-pantay yung opportunity, is that yung ibang mga businesses, ang ginagawa nila is 2 to 3 years na lang yung plano nila or yung strategic plan nila. So, strategic plan is developed depending on the nature of the organization's leadership, culture of the organization, complexity of the organization's environment, size, and expertise of the planners. So, merong different types ng strategic planning. So, we have the issue-based, scenario-based, and the goal-based. So, when we talk about the issue-based strategic plan, so this utilizes a much focused approach as is used in manufacturing businesses. So, for example, nag-decrease yung specific production. So, since there is an issue, pwedeng gumawa ng specific strategic plan yung company in order to improve the productivity nung isang specific na product over a specified period. So, next naman is a scenario-based. So, sa scenario-based, this is used frequently in human resources or marketing operations to improve decision-making and sales forecasting. So, last naman sa types ng strategic planning ay yung goal-based model. So, this is the most widely used in organization with its key elements including the organization's assessment of the environment, the mission, statement, vision, development of goals and objectives, and yung outcomes. So, one benefit of this planning is that it helps managers make current decision in light of future consequences. So, bakit nga ba nagagawa ng managers na makagawa ng decision for future consequences? So, that is because unlike project planning and operational planning, strategic planning requires a multidisciplinary approach. So, that means every single department or unit in an organization must be involved in the plan and to ensure that yung mga staff members are able to comply with goals and objectives and the strategies are implemented. So, ano pa ba yung nagagawa nito for the managers? Ano pa ba yung benefit nito for the managers? So, this resolves organizational problems and goals. Kasi nga, they share the entire organization. Ayun, kasi nga, it's a multidisciplinary approach. Hindi lang naman yung manager yung gumawa ng plan, but rather, lahat sila nag-contribute dun sa plan. So, ayun.